Now let's say that you just want to go in and change the color of something. I'm going to go into adjustment layers when I go into layers in the future a little bit more, but a lot of people want to know, how do I change a color? Well, one way real easily is with your paint tool. The only problem I have with this is it's a little bit destructive. If I choose my brush tool and then I go and select the color blending mode, I can change my color, maybe to an orange, click OK, and you'll notice that when I start painting in the color mode, and let me go back up to 100% by pressing 0, notice how I click on background, I selected an orange from the foreground color, and then I just start painting. And you'll notice that this is indeed changing the color. It's keeping all the neutral colors intact, or the gray scale underneath. Problem with this is, if I don't like this, I might have to use my magic eraser tool or erase to history to get it back. There's a much better way to doing this, and it's using an adjustment layer, which I'll show you how to use when I go into more advanced layer capabilities soon. So I'm just pressing Control Z to undo this. I am making a really quick selection with the magic wand. Make sure that you have the right layer selected. Click on that jacket and shift click. Okay, I'm going to intentionally leave this selection a little rough right now because I want you to see that when I apply the new adjustment layer, which I'm going to show you how to create, that I can go in and edit this in the mask. So I've got the jacket somewhat selected. I want to make it orange. I go to the new fill adjustment layer. I choose solid color. This will look really bad. And I click OK. Yuck. But look, I can come into the blending mode, change this to color, and then I can go and edit my mask in order to make this change. Now, of course, I want to press X. I want to be painting with white in here. I might need a harder brush. I'll leave it the way it is right now, but maybe shrink it down a bit. But the great thing is, by applying the color change using an adjustment layer, I can edit my selection as many times as I want. I can turn it off because somebody thinks it looks really bad, which I do. I'm going to press X and edit this corner up here a little bit and maybe the edges that I got by accident. The other great thing is somebody can come to you and say, wow, you know what? This girl really wants this to be the exact same color as Pantone 302. Now, you can't put a Pantone color in this way as a separate plate or channel, but if you want it to look like a particular Pantone color, notice that I can double click on the color swatch. I can go to color libraries and I can type in 302, and now we've got an exact match to that. If I click back on that color swatch, I can also go back to Picker and enter an exact CMYK value if somebody provides that to me as well. But again, if you're going into an image and your plan is to change the color of something, even though there's a blend mode that exists called color, it's not always a great idea to use that. Let me activate that mask again. And the reason is that if you just paint on your image, you risk not being able to make edits again in the future. So there you go. Hopefully you've discovered some cool things that you can do with the Photoshop blending modes.